We've seen the popularity of single axle travel trailers absolutely explode in 2024, and I think this one's a top contender for two big reasons. One, the fact it's affordable, which is huge in its own right, but two, because they made some great design choices, like a north to south bed in an RV this size, a campsite dinette, standing room in the shower, and this one has a furnace. In an RV that is under 21 foot, to have a north to south bed is just crazy. It's something that you don't see often. And not only were they able to accomplish it, but you have good space to be able to walk all the way around the bed and actually make the bed. Now, it does have to be a couple inches short. It's a Camp Queen, so it's going to be 74 inches long rather than 80. Otherwise, you just wouldn't have enough walk room. But what they did do is make sure that they gave you ample storage underneath and still have great pass-through storage outside. Very happy with that. Plus, you have nightstands on both sides with an electrical outlet on one that is pre-wired for an inverter, so that if you want to be able to run a CPAP machine off-grid, you can upgrade to that system and be able to do that. You'll also see wardrobes on both sides, plus the shelf across the top. And a campsite dinette is definitely going to be preferred because this is where you want to see. Have a look out your campsite. Like, I may have awesome neighbors, but it's weird if I'm staring at whatever they're doing. I want to look out at what my family's doing, or what my wife is doing, or my friends right out here. This lets me do it. I can sit here, enjoy a cup of coffee, watch a forklift drive by. Like, do the views get any better than that? Probably not. Up top, you can see some additional storage with an LED light, so if you're playing a game at night, it's lit up. And again, you have a pre-wired inverted outlet, so that if you get that inverter, and again, you are off-grid, you can still plug something in. This does drop down into a bed. It's not a huge bed, but if you need emergency extra sleeping space, this can do it. The bathroom's pretty impressive. You have a lot of space, and it's what you want in a rear bath, because in this layout, oftentimes, you just don't have a place to change. But look at all this space they gave you between the toilet and the vanity. I can actually stand here, I can change, I can easily use the sink. I have tons of countertop space, and I have a mirror, so I can actually see myself while I'm getting ready. Now, part of the value of this one, right, they do have to use some less expensive components, so you'll get a plastic bowl rather than ceramic, but that is something you can upgrade in a few years if you so choose. Stepping into the shower here, this is a huge win for me, folks. At 6 foot tall, because of this skylight, I can actually stand in here without ducking down. Again, a lot of these smaller single axle travel trailers, you're just not able to do that. So, my eyes, that's a pretty big win. And although the kitchen is well laid out, we can start to see some of those value-driven components, such as the fact we have a T-mold countertop here and a 2-burner cooktop and a kind of shallow plastic sink. But I understand why they did it. You want a 2-burner turned this way so you have some kind of semblance of countertop space in a smaller RV like this. You do get the high-rise faucet, so even though the sink isn't the deepest, you can probably still make it work. And they took out an oven so that you have 2 big drawers here, because without, you would really struggle. So I think that was a good choice to forego an oven. You will also notice underneath the sink, this is open. You do have enough space for a trash can, and I do enjoy that. Plus, this one has a furnace. I know that may seem silly, but a lot of these smaller single axles are just using a fireplace for heat, where with the furnace, you can camp a little bit longer into some of those colder seasons. You'll also see storage right here up top, as well as above the microwave. Just a standard microwave here, and then you have the Ever-Chill refrigerator right down below. This is a 12-volt fridge there, so you can run that off the batteries. Now, if you are camping when it's really hot, you'll notice this one also has the wall-mounted AC to help keep things a little bit cooler. And lastly, if you are either sitting in the dinette or in bed and you want to watch TV, right up there will be your TV hookups. As we saw inside, they did leave pretty good space for the pass-through storage. Now, it might not be the biggest opening in the world, but you do have a lot of room in there. One thing that I would have liked to have seen is a light, because even on a brightly lit day, it is pretty tough to see in there. However, they do have some really good prep. You have tire monitoring prep in there. You also have inverter prep and solar prep. So if you want to be able to do some off-grid camping, you have the capability to do it, but they're not going to force you to pay for it if you're not interested. You'll also notice the power awning with an LED light strip right there, foldable grab handle right outside the door, and then a single folding step, because on a single axle like this, that's all you really need to get in and out of the RV. On the back here, you'll also see this panel, and right behind that is the tankless water heater, which is great to have on an RV this size. And of course, in the very back is backup camera prep. Now, if you kind of like the setup of this one, but you want one that's even more stripped down, a little bit less expensive, then check out this Coleman 17R we have for you right here.